Hi, Samantha. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. So, Samantha, you're from the egg donor and surrogacy agency Extraordinary Conceptions, and you're going to be talking to me today about surrogacy.
Yes.
Excellent. So, Samantha, can you start by telling me about Extraordinary Conceptions?
Extraordinary Conceptions was created by Mario and Stephanie, who went through their own struggles with fertility. They created a company to help facilitate egg donations and gestational carriers for families who have had the same struggles that they did.
Amazing. And when did they start the agency?
They started it, oh my goodness, I believe it was 15 years ago.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. And Samantha, you obviously work at the agency. Can you tell us about your role and what it involves?
Yes, I am an admissions coordinator with Extraordinary Conceptions. So I would be a surrogate's first initial contact. I then will review their applications, explain the surrogate process. I conduct interviews. I am one of the main supports for a surrogate prior to being assigned to a case coordinator.
Amazing. Very important role.
Yeah, lots of talking in my role.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. So Samantha, as you know, I have my own personal experience with surrogacy. So our son Spencer was born in Utah in the US in 2019, and I'm from Melbourne, Australia. And this was after about a 6-year infertility journey. So, I mean, I think surrogacy is absolutely incredible, because if it wasn't for gestational surrogacy as an option, if it wasn't for our gestational surrogate Leah, I mean, Spencer wouldn't be here today. And to be honest, I doubt we'd have a family. So I think surrogacy is absolutely incredible. And I know you also have a personal experience with surrogacy. Can you start by telling us what surrogacy is? And then can you share with us your own personal experience?
Yes. So gestational surrogacy is when you implant an already fertilized embryo into the uterus of the gestational surrogate. So this can be from the mom and dad's genetic material or from donors. A gestational surrogate has no genetic ties to the child because it was not their egg used. So for me personally, I have done it twice. I am a 2-time surrogate.
Wow, that is amazing.
My first
Amazing.
journey did start in about 2017 with Extraordinary Conceptions, and I gave birth to a set of twins, boy, girl, in August of 2018.
Oh, wow, twins.
Yes, so
Amazing.
my first journey, we just kind of jumped right in.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And it was to an amazing couple who are located in China, and I still get to talk with them
Mm.
today and I get updates, so I do enjoy that.
Oh, yeah, love
And
it.
then I loved it so much, I did pretty much jump right into my second journey, which started in 2019 with
Mm.
Extraordinary Conceptions again. And I gave birth to a single girl in June of 2020, so just not too long ago.
Wow, okay. Not long at all.
And
Yeah.
it was again another amazing family from China, and I still get amazing updates from them as well. So there really is just something so special about being that gestational surrogacy. It's probably one of the best things I've ever done. I've loved each and every single one of my journeys, and I'm actually really excited to start my third journey
Oh my
with
goodness.
Extraordinary Conceptions in 2022.
Oh wow, that's amazing. And is that another couple from China or from
No, it's
here? Or?
actually going to be somebody here who is local. They wanted me to do my last journey and kind of get the experience
Yes.
of a local person.
Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. Well, it sounds like, yeah, it's been amazing. Jenny, that was certainly my experience as well. Like I didn't know what to expect with surrogacy, and like it's not very common in Australia. So actually a lot of couples go overseas to do surrogacy. So like we'd never met a surrogate before. We'd never met someone who had a child through surrogacy. And so I didn't really know what to expect, but like just as you've had as well, like it was just an amazing experience. I think you develop such a strong and special bond, and you just go through this incredible thing. And I mean, Spencer will be 2 in July, and we're in regular contact with a gestational surrogate Leah and her family, and they'll just be in our lives for forever. Like, so it's just,
Yes.
yeah, it is really, I think it is such an amazing experience.
It is
and
very unique.
yeah, it's very unique. Exactly. And I think, I mean, obviously though, it's a significant decision. I mean, I think surrogates are absolutely incredible. I have the utmost respect and gratitude for gestational surrogates, but obviously it's a massive decision. What made you decide to be a gestational surrogate?
So for me, it was something that I've always kind of had in the back of the mind. Even when me and my husband were getting married, it was actually in our premarital counseling that we had discussed it. So he knew it was always something that I was kind of thinking about. And it became more prevalent in my life just because I have had people who have struggled with infertility, and I've been kind of, introduced to it in different ways. One of my best friends actually is adopted, and my aunt, who's very close with me, struggled with infertility, and she was never able to actually have her own children due to medical reasons. So I watched her kind of struggle with not being able to become a mom. And that's when that really first seed was implanted about surrogacy. And then the second time I really came into it was after my husband and I were married and he was in the military. One of his coworkers was a surrogate with extraordinary conceptions. And she talked to me about it and I just loved everything about it. And I just knew that I wanted to help other women with those same struggles as my aunt.
Oh, amazing. And I can just imagine it would just give you such an incredible feeling, just a really warm, lovely feeling.
It does. It really does. My husband actually kind of teases me because after my first journey, I did have to have a C-section. And I was still there getting, all closed up and everything. And I looked over and they showed me the twins. And I looked at my husband and I was like, yep, I'm doing this again. So I didn't even get done with the first one. I was like, let's do it. Get me signed up.
I know. I mean, in terms of the birth, that day is just, again, with our experience, it was just surreal. It was just such an amazing experience. And from our surrogate's perspective, she said that she just looked over and she saw, I was crying my eyes out and my husband was crying and my mum was in the room as well and she was crying, and she said she just felt amazing just seeing the look of just sheer happiness and joy on our face. It was just amazing. That
most people can't even comprehend because you only know when you experience it, and it's almost a little addicting to just see that immense joy that it brings a family. It's something I will treasure forever, is just seeing that family.
Yeah, exactly. It's absolutely amazing. So if a woman is wanting to explore being a gestational surrogate, can you talk us through just some of the key steps involved and what they can expect from extraordinary conceptions?
Yes. So as a gestational carrier, especially with extraordinary conceptions, you're going to go through an application process, interview, medical screening, legal contracts. You'll then start your medications, go to the embryo transfer. You're going to do clinic check-ins. You're going to go to your OB/GYN visits. And then you're going to have that amazing birthing day that we were talking about. And then specifically as a surrogate with EC, you can expect for someone to be available to you throughout the whole journey. You have an admissions coordinator, which is what I am, with you throughout the whole process. Then you're going to have a matching coordinator with you until delivery, who I bonded with amazingly. I love my matching coordinator. I'm obsessed with her. And then EC also has these amazing in-house teams that handle the bulk of the work, which was really important to me because I didn't want any of that legwork. It can be overwhelming. So we have a travel agent who plans all the travel. We have a life insurance specialist, a health insurance specialist. We have a medical records team who does all those pulling of your medical records. We have translators available. So extraordinary conceptions really does go above and beyond for everyone involved so that this process is very easy, smooth, and enjoyable. And you just kind of get to for a surrogate, which I found really important, we just get to enjoy being pregnant.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, just focus on the pregnancy and not have to worry about anything else. You guys just take care of everything else.
Yes, they would tell me, okay, you need to be here and here, and you need to do this and this. And I'm like, let's do it.
Amazing. Sounds ideal. And what's kind of the time frame? If again, if I'm a woman that's wanting to explore being a gestational surrogate, I'm guessing the first step is, I contact you guys. like maybe have a look at your website first, contact you, and then, you know, come in, have a meeting. And then, I mean, it's probably, how long is a piece of string, but from like when I'm first showing interest to when I could be ready to be a surrogate, like what's a approximate time frame, or is it just different for everyone?
It can be different for everyone. It's generally a few months because we do have to pull the medical records, and there was obviously COVID delays. So they're pulling those records sometimes can take a little bit longer. Maybe something doesn't get filled out properly and we have to reach back out to a surrogate. So it really can be just really case by case, but we have seen surrogates go as fast through the system as 3 months.
Yeah, fantastic. And do you have surrogates, so from all over the US, or?
Yes, we do have surrogates all over the US, and then we have a few in Mexico. So we are growing as a company. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, that's great. Fantastic. And is the best way for people to contact you initially is just to check out your website and give you a call, or send an email, or what would be the best way for someone to get in contact?
So for surrogates, the best way is to fill out that initial application, because I pull that daily. So I get to see the list of everybody who has filled out that application. I go through and make sure they meet the bare minimum requirements, and then I'm going to reach out to them via text or email or phone call. So that's the best initial step.
Yes, fantastic. No, that sounds great. Excellent. Wow. It's, again, I just think surrogacy is so amazing because obviously helps so many families, so many couples have a family, and without surrogacy, I think a lot of people wouldn't have a family. To be, as I said before, I think with our situation, if it wasn't for gestational surrogacy, we wouldn't have a family, because adoption in Australia is quite difficult, and I can't carry because I have a very thin endometrium lining. So this was kind of our only option. So I just think absolutely amazing that the work that you guys do.
I'm a little biased because I am a surrogate and I work for my amazing surrogate company. So I'm a little biased in saying that it's amazing and I'm a big fan.
Yeah, big fan.
I'm a big open book about it. Like anybody wants to talk, I'm like, oh yeah, you want to talk about surrogacy? Let's do it.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So Sammantha, before we finish up, I just wanted to see if there were any final thoughts or comments that you wanted to make, that you wanted to leave us with, anything else that you think people should know about surrogacy?
My best final thought is that being a gestational surrogate really is such an amazing, special gift that you can provide a family. Not everyone can do it, but if you feel called to be one, it's not something you're ever going to regret, because there is nothing like that feeling that we were talking about, of seeing this amazing family with the baby that they have longed and prayed and desired. That joy, there's nothing like it. And so if you're called to be a gestational surrogate, do a little research, reach out. You're not going to regret that decision. And here's my little plug, but Extraordinary Conceptions is an amazing company. Obviously, I was a surrogate with them before I was employed by them. So I really am a big EC fan, and I'm going to just sing their praises everywhere I go.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Sammantha, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. This has been hugely valuable and informative, and I'm sure it's going to be really helpful for so many people watching it. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you for having me. I love sharing my story and thoughts, and I'm just so happy to be here.
No, thank you. Well, we love hearing it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.